Big Fish.
The musical.
It was so good.
I loved it so much. I really, really loved it. I cried so hard at the end. Oh my god. I don't even know. There's so much to talk about that I don't even know what to say.
I don't know where to start. Like, who should we talk about? I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. I like the sound effects in the USO number of the like, woo! Yeah, baby! Oh my god, that was hilarious. Also because the first time I saw it when I was sitting in the mezzanine, the people around me were like, thought that it was real.
I love it. Just like every time Bobby Steggert's phone rang on stage, and I was like, crowd noises!
Yes. Exactly. Crowd noises. But I love them. I love the USO crowd noises, the hooting and the hollering at Kate Baldwin. It was just great. It was so funny. And I thought the sets were beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were so, I really liked how they moved. I liked how they worked. I liked what they did with the projections. I thought it really worked.
Me too.
Because like the reason why we don't like projections, or at least I mean I don't hate them in the way that you hate them, but I appreciate your opinions on them and agree with most of them.
Yeah.
Because it's when projections substitute set.
Well, and I think I felt that way because that was one of my only encounters with projections, is when they were used in the place of the set.
Right.
So that was my idea of what they were. I'd never seen them used artistically before. And I'm trying to remember the first time that happened. I can't.
Baby, it's you. But they're really using those projections well. Yeah. They're cool. They kind of add a depth to the set.
And because it's a fantasy, you know, there's a limit to what you can do on stage, but I don't even necessarily think it's replacing that. I think it's just adding, like you said, I guess, the depth. Yeah.
I would be so curious if the show was from like 15 years ago, where there were nobody used projections. What would the designers have done without that to use?
I mean, they could have. You know what I mean?
I'm just curious.
Right. Before lights, they used candles on stage. Like, people got around it. I know. Can you believe it? Like, who do you love?
Kate Baldwin.
She's so great.
Listen. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, first of all, I don't know how long she's been involved with this project, but it feels like they wrote that part for her.
Yeah.
Because it is so perfect for her in every possible way that there's like, in my mind, there's no way that she's like destined for that part.
Yeah. Do you know what I love? She has such a classic sounding voice. She can do Finians, and the old people love her because they love to hear her sing classic musical theater. Yeah. But she also can do L'Accusa. She can do Giant. She can do Lippa. She can do this.
She can do anything.
Musical.
Amazingly.
You know what I mean? Where there are some voices where you're like, I don't know if that your very classic sound would fit in with a new musical. She can do it all.
She can play any age. She can play any age.
And she can be a mother and a working woman.
It's not like Carolee Carmelo Scandalous with like, I'm going to play 16 and I'm going to play 25 through 50.
Right.
It was like we dipped into her character at these different ages, and each one you were like, yeah, this works. Yeah. And like, I think her characterization of the character, her different stages of life were like so different and clearly defined, and like her speaking voice was different, and like her wigs were so beautiful.
Her wigs were so good. They were really good.
The ponytail wig with the bangs, great. The old lady wig with the gray and the lighter red.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Very, very Mary Beth Peele.
The longer wig, and then
when she was at college.
Updo.
I like the college wig when it was longer and curls, and then the shorter wig. I thought she could have had a formal wig for the wedding and changed into a different wig when she was in that age range. Yeah. Because she kind of used that one for a bunch of the scenes when she was in that age, or maybe all the maybe that was her that age wig. I feel like she could have had another wig that was like her wedding wig.
Oh yeah, she probably could have had a wedding wig.
Just saying.
might want to throw that in there. I don't know how much it costs to make way, but you got it. Also different from like Carolee playing 16 and then the rest. I thought Norbert and her playing themselves in flashbacks made sense to me because it wasn't even like, oh, we're trying to play young. But it was Norbert telling these stories, so I feel like he would imagine them as they are now, but young.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love Norbert Leo Butz.
He's pretty great.
I'm about to cry. I'm so happy that I live in New York when I get to see him perform. I don't know what's happening.
Like, I know exactly how you're feeling, where you all of a sudden have a moment where you're watching, like, Kate Baldwin in this amazing role that was written for her, or should have been if it wasn't. I'm assuming it was. And you're like, this is like the type of shit that 50 years from now, people like me are going to talk about. Like, oh my god, if only I could have seen that show. People will say that to us someday when we're at the Broadway flea market in 50 years. And they'll be like, I saw Big Fish 49 times.
49.
I mean, depending on how long it runs.
Yeah,
that could happen.
When I take my great-great-grandkids to see Wicked, because it will still be running, I'll be like, you know, the original Fiyero, I saw him live. Not as Fiyero, but I saw Norbert Leo Butz. And they'll be like...
wait, Norbert Leo Butz played Fiyero? That's so weird. You know what? He's one of those people who, like, he's so specific that I can't even imagine anyone else playing his part. And when people are like, oh, this person, or like, that person did the reading, and you're like, I mean, I guess.
I think I feel that way, privileged or whatever, to be able to see him perform live. Because in the way that Brian Stokes Mitchell's voice can't be captured in a recording, Norbert Leo Butz's live performance, he can sing the shit out of anything. But he's not just singing. He's putting everything he has into every second of those songs.
I'm crying about Kate Baldwin now.
Oh, why?
She's so pretty.
We're a mess.
And I just love that line the kid has where he's like, in all my dad's stories, the most beautiful woman is always my mother.
Yeah.
Because Kate Baldwin is always the most beautiful woman in the room. I think that's true.
He's the hero.
And he's the hero. And she's...
hero of your own story.
It's so beautiful.
We are...
Oh my god. She had so many great sassafras lines too. Like, when he pushes her into bed and kisses her, and then when she's leaving that scene and he's like grabbing her and she's like, honey, honey, there's a small child in this room.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. I'm so glad they're using Kate Baldwin's comedic skills.
Yeah. What was that other line she had? She's like, no, I just did my face.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then when they're arguing, she's like, you sit down in that chair and talk to your son. It's so funny. The two of them. Oh, so like...
They have such great chemistry together. What other shows could they do together?
Oh my god, all the shows. My whole issue with Giant, like the only issue I had is that he like sang that one song at the end. I was like, why aren't you letting Bobby Steggert sing his little heart out?
He got to sing in this show.
Oh man.
He got to sing.
He really did.
He did get to sing something. Yeah. It sounded very nice.
He is so great. And he... Again, every show that we've seen him in, he has a bit of an edge to his character. He's a little angry. And even though he is in this show, there was like a lightness to the character as well that I thought was really great.
I think you identify with him that his it's not like he's trying to be vicious.
Right.
He just feels like he never got to know his dad, which I think, especially seeing it a second time, like, I think it's really interesting, the story, because it's really about him accepting his father. Because he's saying that he's like, I never knew you. I never knew you. Because he thinks that there's this other person that his father is that he never got to know, and that his father is fake. And really the show is about him being like, no, this is who he is.
Yeah.
Everything I knew as a kid, like, I didn't have an absent, like, I knew my father. I just didn't want the father I had when I had him, which is, like, a super relatable thing for anyone with parents. The ensemble is really strong.
The ensemble is really strong.
Like, really, really, really strong.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Great ensemble.
good townspeople work.
Alex Brightman was so funny.
Oh
I think I will continue to quote him like forever.
Yeah, I feel like we will do that all the time.
Oh, that's going to be one of our things now.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of our things now.
Which lover? Oh, it's so funny.
It's so funny. I'll say this. Here's my one critique of Big Fish. Here's my problem I have with you. Why isn't Krystal Joy Brown singing things more? Like, give her a song.
Yeah, let her wail.
What?
Wail.
Like, the people who are seeing Big Fish who didn't see Leap of Faith, which is like everybody, they don't even know.
They have no idea.
They don't even know. They're just like, oh, like, she's great.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
No, none.
She
no
can
clue.
sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, kind of like an American tragedy.
Ciara Renee.
The witch? She was amazing.
Yeah. She was fantastic.
She was so good. I love that scene. I love what they did with the ensemble members and the costumes. Also, voice.
Oh my god.
That girl can sing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sing it.
Notes.
Broadway debut.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Welcome to Broadway. The music's really great. It goes through a lot of different styles, which I really appreciate.
I really liked... I really liked Be the Hero. The Witch song was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, Baldwin songs.
I mean, they're all so good, and I liked that a lot of them had like southern flavor to them. But then there were some that were straight up, you know, beautiful musical theater.
That's true.
That Little Lamb from Alabama song, so great. Those harmonies.
I loved it. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate slow motion dancing in this show?
Yeah.
There was a lot of really great
slow motion.
Okay, Baldwin song. I Don't Need a Roof.
Oh God, yes, that song was so beautiful.
That's when I started crying. Also, she was crying, so.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, like masterclass in musical theater writing.
Every time you get the chance. If the music stops, continue with the dance.
Oh my God, the elephants tap dancing.